Again, today I'm going to show you the Poly Flat 5. It really doesn't do it justice to hold it up when it's not plugged in. It's kind of a bummer when the lights are all turned off. It's like seeing Vegas with a power outage. So this is the Josh Smith signature overdrive pedal. Anyone that knows Josh Smith, I mean, he's amazing, knows he'd used a Chula for a long time, and it's like an always-on pedal for him. And so you've kind of got that sort of idea happening on this side of the pedal. And then on this side is an overdrive. Now, somewhere in between is kind of like a modular synth, because instead of a tone knob, you have a high-pass filter and a low-pass filter, as well as sort of the peaks that can happen when you change the bandwidth on those and the cutoff. So it's got full MIDI. It's one of those like mini MIDIs. And you could save presets. There's 6 banks, 6 presets for each bank. And then it's all touch screen. So you go boop. I think it sounds killer. Let's take a deeper look. For that intro, I used a bunch of tones. Everything's going through the Rev D25, which is going out of its direct output there into this cabinet, which is a TwoNotes Dyne IR. That's my Dyne IR that I made, which works really nice. So there are a lot of tones in this box. However, you have to sort of open your mind a little bit. I know blues, classic rock, fuzz guitar players and stuff are not all about the change, what shall we say. So this is about doing something different. It really is. It's pushing the boundaries. I mean, I was really surprised that Josh Smith, of all players, did this, because he's a traditional blues, jazz like player. But it really works, especially when you see his pedal board. And if you have MIDI control, you can tuck this away and you can have tons of sounds and options coming out of it. But you have to rethink. You can't think like, where's my tone knob? It doesn't really work that way. Although in some ways this is more versatile. So yeah, let's just kind of go into it for a minute without the expectation of drive pedals need to be 3-knob pedals. So what you got here, let's turn it off. So when it's off, you see what's happening in standby, what's gonna happen if you step on the pedal. The left side is, like I mentioned, sort of the always-on boost. Let me clean this up again. I turn the gain boost on. I have the rev set super clean, like a Princeton, basically. All right, so now if I want to activate one of these boost channels, and you'll see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 different boosts. This is sort of that original Chula style boost. It's nice. It's really nice, actually. It's easily a leave on all night kind of mode. There is no other controls. You just turn it on or turn it off. You like it? Cool. If you don't like it, you could try one of the others. There's a germanium mode, which this kind of felt weird to me at first, and it is a little more crunchy. So when you're A-Bing, it's difficult to tell, but once you get the other channel going, that germanium character kind of can really influence that sound and creates kind of a more germanium, fuzzy kind of vibe. So let's move on. There are 2 other modes here, and these are the cleaner ones. So the third one. Again, off. Everything lifted in a nice way, and so those are silicon? How do you pronounce that? And LED. So I really like those too. Just those are great always-ons as well. So again, if you have MIDI, you have 4 always-on options here. You've got your So that's the left side. Let's turn that off and go to the right side. You'll see you have your filters. Instead of a tone knob, you have a high pass, which cuts off the low end of the sound. So you could get a really telephony sound by cutting out all the bottom end. And then you have a low pass, which cuts off all the top end. So you could get a super woofy sound. And you just have to delicately balance where you want. Now, if you want to get more high end, you flip to this other mode. You'll switch the Q. You'll boost the Q. And what that does is, instead of just being a shelf that cuts off, now you get a spike and it cuts off after it. So you can get more treble or more bass happening. So right now, let me just show it to you without any of that. I'm going to cut off all the extra tidbits. And let's just go, there you go. Maximum bass, maximum treble, drink from the fire hose kind of situation. Here's off, and here's on. We gotta give it something. That's a subtle setting. Let's trim some of that hair on the top. Just a subtle shave there. And on the bottom, let me show you. All right, gets all telephony. All of this is MIDI adjustable if you want to set them to continuous controller kind of things, pedals. You could create a wah out of it if you like. But let me show you if I boost the high Q in the bass. If you boost that Q to where it resonates, then you could hear where the boost is happening. And now I'll go back and reduce that. A little less. Flip to the other side, get a little more gain. If there is a downside to the pedal, it's the same as the upside. It's something totally different and new, but if you want to just make a fine adjustment, you're like so close, you can't really do that. You just are like, and start again, and okay, and start again. You know, it is what it is. I wouldn't want to see this with 12 knobs. I think that would look stupid. So this is, I think, the best way to integrate all of this stuff. Basically, like, a lot going on in there. Yeah, we've come a long way there. So let's turn on the boost because it sounds awesome and it fills out the sound a bit. like in fuzz territory. Oh, we're in the big zone. These settings over here relate to the, it's sort of modulation, if you will. So. You can see how there's a different color light that's oscillating. That's, I think, the internal effect. To be honest, just like if you're at a modular synth, it's like you just kind of keep touching and twisting until something really cool happens. This is where the speed is over here. It doesn't get super fast. I wish it got a little faster than that. And these are the shapes. The envelope follows your envelope. So if you find something you love, you should save it. And you do that by holding down the icon in the middle, touching whichever bank number you want, and then which preset within that bank you want. And if you gain the heck out of it, it becomes like a big muff kind of thing. So that's a flat 5 from Polly. Hope you find it interesting. And if worst case, I hope it just opened your eyes to like, okay, maybe we don't need knobs. Or maybe we do, I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know down below. What do you think? Is touching the future? Can we just touch? I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. We will catch you later.